Now, I have no idea what hour of the day you're watching this reflection. So, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. In the liturgies, the Masses of Christmas Day, the Church offers us a wonderful range of scripture readings. I want to focus on the Gospel for Midnight Mass and the Gospel for Mass during the day. Now, these are Gospel stories well known to you. So at Midnight Mass, it's the story, Luke's portrayal of the birth of Jesus. And then the Mass during the day is Luke's portrayal of the shepherds receiving the wonderful message of peace through the angels and then making the decision to go to Bethlehem. These beautifully told stories have captured our imagination since our childhood days. We know them well. The story of the manger, the story of the shepherds themselves, and of course of Mary, supported by Joseph and the infant child. They form the substance of the beautiful Christmas music that we sing at this time of the year. They form the basis of the most wonderful works of Christian art. And of course, they're the inspiration for the cribs that we will be visiting in the various churches at this time of the year. These wonderful stories relate deeply to human experience. We all know what it's like for a family to live with the expectant happiness of the coming birth of a new child, and then the great joy when the baby arrives. Also, in the experience of Mary and Joseph being on the road for the census, not finding accommodation at the inn, and then finding themselves in the manger, taps into that human anxiety when situations don't work out as we would like them to, that we have to try and make the best of a situation, but that joy and happiness can come into those difficult situations. The story of the shepherds receiving the vision of the angels of peace to all humanity and their decision to go to Bethlehem. We know the shepherds as a group, and we can reasonably surmise that they had lives that were difficult, simple. But we don't know anything about the individual differences between the shepherds. Some may have been living relatively peaceful family lives where there was happiness and joy. Others might have suffered either for themselves or with their loved ones with sickness or loss of a loved one. Whoever they were, they go to Bethlehem as they are, and the joy of the birth of the Lord enters deeply and transforms them, no matter what their individual circumstances were. And the same is true for us this Christmas of 2021. We celebrate this Christmas as we are, with what has been a source of happiness for us during the year, as well as what suffering we've experienced, particularly the suffering of loss or sickness. And of course, we've all been united with that anxiety pertaining to the COVID pandemic. But we come as we are to be transformed. In the parish where I reside and assist, we've had the 4 Advent candles with the names of the candle of hope, the candle of peace, the candle of joy, the candle of love. My desire for each of you and for myself is that this Christmas, God's grace may help us to be wonderful bearers of hope, bearers of peace, bearers of joy, and bearers of love in the world in which we live. In this spirit, on behalf of all my brother Augustinians, I wish each of you and your loved ones a Christmas of great happiness, a Christmas of great holiness, and a Christmas of great peace. God bless you all.